Hello everyone. Now I will take the next topic in the EMF, which is electric flux density. Okay. In the previous session, we had discussed about the electric flux. I told you about the electric flux and whose symbol was psi. And also I told you about the relationship between the electric flux and the amount of the charges. Right. So now in this topic, we will see for the electric flux density. Now to elaborate this topic electric flux density, consider here the 2 point charges as I have mentioned here, positive charge and negative charge. Okay, so we can say this is the amount of flux lines, whatever I have shown in the dotted lines. So these are the amount of the flux lines, and you can see very clearly in this diagram that the flux lines basically originating from this positive charge and terminating on the negative charge. Okay, also one more thing I have taken here, one is the, you can say I have taken here a unit surface area. Okay, so I have taken a unit surface area, and the same thing, whatever the flux lines is passing here, the same flux lines is passing through this unit surface area, right? And also by in this diagram also you can see, and I'll tell you that the amount of the flux lines which is passing through this unit surface area, which is normal. Okay, so we can say the flux lines is passing through this unit surface area is normal directions. Okay, so we can define the amount of the electric flux density as the total amount of the flux lines is passing through this unit surface area. Okay, so we can define the electric flux density as the net flux passing normal. Okay, it's very important. The net flux passing normal through the unit surface area is called the electric flux density. Okay, the total amount of the flux lines, or we can say the net amount of the flux lines is passing normal through this unit surface area is called the electric flux density, and we can denote this electric flux density as by this capital D, and if I have taken the bar here, it means that it is representing the vector quantity. So we can say this D is equal to psi by S. Here I have not drawn the bar because here I have not taken the directions. I am just elaborating about the what is the electric flux density. So I have written here is D equal to psi by S. Psi is what? Psi is the total flux, and S is for the total surface area of the sphere. Sphere means, say that if I have taken one kind of sphere and if I have taken the charge into the its center. Okay, so the amount of flux lines is how it's passing, that we can elaborate by the help of this sphere. So I have taken here the total surface area of the sphere is S. So we can say the electric flux density is defined as the total flux by total surface area. Okay, so we can say the flux by surface area we can define, and so we can say the unit we can define, because the unit of the flux psi, already I had told in the previous video that we can denote the total amount of the flux lines and its units in coulombs. So this psi represent the coulombs, and this is because of the area, surface area, we can say by the square meter. So we can say here the coulombs per square meter is the unit for this electric flux density. It is very important for the competitive level examinations, right? Also one more thing, that we can call the electric flux density also a displacement flux density or the displacement density. So maybe possible in some of the examinations on some of the paper that instead of writing the electric flux density, they have asked in terms of displacement flux density or displacement density. So just careful regarding the synonyms of the electric flux density. So ultimately I can say the electric flux density we can define in simple way is the total amount of the flux lines is passing normal through the unit surface area, which is denoted as the flux by the per unit area. Okay, in the next we can say the vector form of the electric flux density. So now here in this topic I am representing this electric flux density as in its vector. So here you can say the electric flux density in the vector form. To define this one, here you can say I have drawn one figure. You can say again this is the amount of electric flux lines. Okay, and this is again I have taken one kind of surface area, but here I am taking the differential surface area, you can say, at the point P, and we can say that the total amount of the flux lines is also here. We can say is representing by this arrow, right? So we can say here that this is our differential surface area ds at a point P. Okay, and the flux crossing through this differential surface area is d psi. So we can say in this differential surface area, the amount of the flux lines is passing through this is d psi. Okay, d psi. The direction of d, so we can say the direction of the electric flux density is same as that of the direction of the flux lines at that point P. So the direction of this electric flux density will remain as same as in the direction of the electric flux lines. Okay, and the differential area and the flux lines, basically the differential area and the flux lines are right angles to each other. So we can say this differential surface area and this flux lines are right angles to each other because these flux lines are passing through this surface area as in normal. Okay, so next we can say that the direction of this electric flux density will also normal to the surface area. Okay, and the direction is defined as the unit vector is given as the an, which is also normal to this differential surface area, we can say. Okay, so we can say that all the lines of flux d psi, all the lines of the d psi are having a direction of that of an an as the differential surface area ds, because we have taken here a differential surface quantity, so this amount is very less. So we can say that the electric flux density we can define in vector form again here d psi by ds, the differential amount of the flux lines passing through differential amount of the surface, and as is showing the direction of the lines. Okay, so here I have taken d is equal to vector d is equal to d psi by ds with the unit vector an. It's representing the directions. So this is the we can say the equations of the electric flux density in the vector form. So here we can define the d psi as the total flux lines crossing normal. It's very important, normal through the differential area ds. ds is the differential surface area and an is the unit vector in the direction normal to the differential surface area. Okay, and again the unit will remain same, which is the coulomb per square meter. Okay, so this is about the electric flux density and vector form of the electric flux density. In the next topic, I will take the different expressions of the electric flux density for the various kinds of charge distributions. Okay, thank you.